I know, I know, I'm late to the party. But, in honor of Pride Month, let's talk about my favorite part of the Ultimate Clone Saga, because it gives us the best variant of Peter Parker, Jessica Drew. I'm not getting into what the original 616 Jessica Drew was like because that is a cluster mess and a half, and I'm not wanting to really deal with all of that because it involves a lot of explanation, a lot of backstory, a whole bunch of other things. We're talking about Jessica Drew from uh what was it? It wasn't 1610, was it? Um anyway, it's the Ultimates universe. This Jessica Drew is a clone of Peter Parker. Now, I know we all hated the Clone Saga for what it did, and while it did give us Ben Riley, it also gave us a few other things, but the Ultimates actually handled this pretty well. It only did two clones this time instead of like 20. So already it's off to a better start. Here's the thing though, they made one male clone who I think died off screen or something like that, and a female clone. That is Jessica Drew. Here's the thing, she's always known she's a clone. In fact, that's sort of the entire shtick about this clone saga. Everybody already knows that they're a clone. So, why is this important? She was born or created with all of Peter Parker's memories, feelings, emotions, and just general thought process. While her and Peter did fight at one point, that really was barely even a fight, because, I mean, who doesn't hate himself? No, I'm not okay. Um, but the reason why I love her story so much is that it is confirmed that all of the feelings Peter has towards Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane Watson, any girl he's ever even seen, she's also felt. In fact, she is confirmed to be lesbian later on by the actual creator. While I know that it isn't like proper to rely on creator addressing things and everything like that, we don't we don't talk about the representation in Harry Potter or Percy Jackson for that matter, because oh boy, I'm not getting into that today or ever really. I'm not good at that. But it was confirmed that she also remembers being a guy, but is also very happy staying a girl. While it could be for her own identity and things like that, that would still put her under the trans flag. So, yes, transgender female lesbian. I said it in a weird way, but honestly, same girl, same. So, Jessica Drew. She's also got one of my favorite Spidey suits. Do not hate on this suit. It is actually fantastic. It's much better than the original. Except maybe Insomniacs. And the classic. You can never beat the classic. Interesting things to note about this character. The thing is that we actually understand that she's had Peter Parker's memories, thoughts, and feelings because of an actual quote from her. I can't find the quote just off the bat. If I find like the actual comment panel, I'll put it up here. But she essentially said something along the lines of, "Hey, yeah, I'm not Peter Parker. I found my own path. Despite being a clone, I'm someone different. I'm not Spider-Man. I'm not Spider-Woman. I'm somebody else," or something along those lines. Like, it was made very clear that despite being a genetic clone of Peter Parker, She doesn't want to go back to being Peter Parker or seen as a Peter Parker clone or Peter Parker but slightly to the left or anything like that. She is Jessica Drew, and that is who she is. And I absolutely love that. That is for a comic that had Steve Rogers being actually racist, a family fun times with Pietro and Wanda, and a few other things which not a lot of people were too happy about or was a bit too dark and edgy. Like they were trying to emulate a DC parody, which actually that might have been the point of the Ultimates. This storyline was actually handled with quite a bit of grace and didn't really backtrack on anything. Was it perfect? Hell no. It's comics. What comic is 100% perfect? But it is still really, really cool and really interesting to see that this was something that existed. This was something that actually happened. Of course, the entire universe blew up not too long after that, but we don't really talk about that. God damn it, She Hulk. Why is it that I don't like any iteration of you? Anyway, this has been very late to the party. Till next time. See ya.